It's a visitor management system. Okay, I'll just explain it. It's obvious what it is. It's a kiosk tablet type touchscreen device, and it allows you to sign in. There's multiple ways of signing in. You can have visitors which are pre-booked, which is the normal way of doing it. You have to let reception know the day before and say, I've got so-and-so coming down, I've got Robert from IPS coming down, he's here to see John. So, okay then, brilliant. So they can mark that in. So we may have, here we go. So they would then check in. Very simple. So they walk in and say, all right, are you here to see someone? Yes, I am. Okay, just click the check-in button, and they will search via their last name. And it has to be an exact, skipping, there we go. It has to be an exact. So this is not a wildcard search. You can't just type in a W and it will just bring up all the W's. It has to be the exact surname that you're searching for, because obviously you don't want everybody to know everybody else is coming. And as long as that you've pre-booked it with reception, and they've gone in there and they've added it in there, that's all the person has to do. Oh, well, I say that's all they have to do. They just click check in. So they found their name, they've typed it in. This is all touch screen. So they type, hit search. Yeah, that's me. Check in. And then when they check in, the photo thing pops up. So one of these screens will be live, and you can say take photo, and it goes 3, 2, 1, snap, and then it will show up here. Yep, I'm happy with that. Click confirm. And that's it. Now, what's happened at that point? Well, the system has, if it's linked to the IPS system, it will print them out a cut. So I'll go back one step. If it's linked to the IPS system, it will print out, if you have a label printer, it can just print out a label and they can stick on a label. If you have more sophisticated, like you have cashless and you have door access, and it's a say it's a network engineer who's come on site, you say, right, this is a network engineer, I want to assign them that category when I'm booking them in, when I've told reception who it is. That will then go into the IPS system, print them the card with their picture on, saying visitor and the date, or however you want to format your card, and then give them the correct access to the correct doors that they need to get into because they're here as a contractor or something like that. So it links with your access control system. It also, because you've taken a picture, we've now captured that picture, it sends an email off to the person they're visiting. So you'll be sitting there, John will be sitting there, and up pops Robert's picture on his email saying, this person, calling himself Robert, is waiting in reception for you. So you get email notification.
Wendy's very busy.
So so it just links in with your AD system. It knows your email addresses. When you're adding people to the system, or when reception are adding people to the system, they can just go down through the list. It's all linked with your AD. So we have all the information there, who to communicate with and everything else.
No, I just happened to mention to Rob, and Rob's a great person to just throw ideas at, and I hope you feel the same way about us, actually, to be fair, in that we can just kind of spitball things and come up with a solution. We happened to mention that, one of the projects we were interested in developing moving forward was to understand a little bit more effectively what our attendance and punctuality was. As I say, colleagues who work in the colleges will know you never really understand what your attendance is, to be fair. You just understand what the teacher tells it is. So Rob suggested that told us they would develop on our development solution. It's called iMark, that was called, don't know what names, so it's iMark. And effectively what that does is it uses our MyFair badges that have been printed by the IPS solution, right, and it's linked to a register, and effectively what happens is the student walks in through a classroom, taps the badge against the door, and it marks them up. Right, sounds simple, right, and if I'm honest with you, the installation of it wasn't simple. It was, again, a little bit difficult. Our fault as much as it was possibly your fault, in that we hadn't spec'd it properly. I think we'd spec'd it to an extent, but we did it in a short period of time. Okay, so there was about a month, I think, to get it up and running, get it ready and get it working and get it out there, train the staff and so forth. And possibly I think the first week was a little bit cumbersome, I think. But since then, I have to say the results have been absolutely fantastic. Within that short period of time, we've gone from the student gripes of, well, why am I not in the right class? Why is it not working for me? We've gone from the staff gripes of, why am I doing this? It's just a way of you tracking where I am, that kind of what it is. I think that's the point. But we've gone from that to actually teachers praising the system, because they now know they're freed up to do exactly what they should be doing, which is teach a class. You shouldn't be, waiting for a computer to boot up, waiting for it to log in, and then do the register, and waiting that 10-15 minutes for that process to take place. They know, as soon as the student walks through the door, tap the badge, my register's marked, I'll start teaching now. And it really has been a revelation for us. Our plans with that solution, and this is what we agreed to, is we conducting it as a trial between September and December. December we'll make the decision whether or not we're going to buy it. Optimistic about that at the minute, as we've said. And then from that point on, we'll roll it out across the college. We're looking at around about 200 classrooms thereabouts. But the results that we've seen from that and the statistics we've been able to produce from that are absolutely fantastic. It's allowed us to, I suppose we always knew we had a problem with attendance and punctuality, and we thought it'd be bad, but we didn't know how bad it would be. And if you don't know how bad something is, you can't solve that problem, can you? You've just got an impression of what it is. Now we understand what it's like, and we can put plans in place to actually resolve those issues, all because of the solution that you've provided. Moving forward, we're now in with both feet, I think, with IPS.